Setsune W said, some shade with this music choice?
Setsunu just resubscribed for 11 months. Some shade with this music choice?
Wow, it double read that, huh? Gotta figure out how to fix that, maybe. Hi, everyone. Up top, I'm just gonna say this because I'm gonna start the stream on YouTube here when I restream it tomorrow. Just as a reminder, excuse me, I kind of have allergies going on. Twitch doesn't let me multi-stream anymore, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably watching a rerun of what will be yesterday's stream. If you're watching this on Twitch right now, hi, hello. This is live.
Said, hope you're doing okay.
I'm doing all right. Like I said, I think it's just an allergy thing. I know, I had technically a COVID scare a few days ago. Somebody left a COVID test out on the kitchen counter that may or may not have been positive, but so far I'm not sick. It's just allergy season, and there's a big tree in my brother's backyard.
Diablo Head Games said, Sonic Talk Champ.
And I've suffered with allergies all my life, so this is nothing new, nothing surprising.
Said, glad it wasn't COVID.
I mean, maybe it was, maybe it just hasn't hit me yet, but so far it's just itchy eyes and a drippy nose and the usual. I take an allergy pill, actually. I have some Benadryl right here, but Benadryl makes me really drowsy, so if I'm doing a stream, I am not super inclined to do that. Specifically about whether I'm throwing shade about Knuckles Chaotix or not. No, I just like the Knuckles Chaotix soundtrack. It's good. And I've had this 20th anniversary MP3 on my hard drive since the 20th anniversary, basically. It is by... It didn't come up in the scroller, you see it right there. But this is by, I think, Symphonic Games. He used to have it on his SoundCloud, and I don't think he does anymore. I think Sonic Stadium posted about it years ago when it was the 20th anniversary for Chaotix.
TV said, Origins really did a number of great Knuckles Chaotic songs.
Yeah, I've heard... I haven't checked out Sonic Origins a whole lot. I poked at it a little bit last night just to make sure, that it ran well. And then it worked with my Genesis mini controller, which is what I'm going to be playing the game with here today. But I've heard that they've mangled the song titles, that none of them are right. But we will see that when I launch the game here in just a minute. I know I'm kind of all over the place. I want to go back to the allergy thing a little bit. If you hear me coughing a little bit more than normal, if you hear me sniffling a little bit more than normal, I'm sorry. There's not a lot I can do about that. That's just the way my body's been for the last about to be 39 years in about a couple weeks here. I'm getting old. Oh, I hate acknowledging the fact that I'm pushing 40. With the end of this song, actually, it's probably a good time to just go ahead and launch Sonic Origins.
Kyloris said, happy early birthday, Blaze.
Thank you. Now, you should be seeing Sonic Team. So let me know if you're actually seeing the game. Like a lot of people have said, it seems kind of quiet to me, which I don't necessarily mind, but I don't know.
Blob said, yep, viewable.
Okay.
Keith John Stack said, I see it. Diablo Head Games said, it's there.
That's good.
Betty TV said, yep, looks fine. Random said, seeing it fine.
Let me know if it's a little quiet, I guess, because it feels a little quiet on my end, and I might be talking over it quite a lot.
Another blob said, I've heard the FMV caused someone's GTX 3070 to go to almost 100% for some reason XD.
Yeah, I had a comment on...
said, Retro Engine looks like it's outputting at a lower resolution than 1080p even though all the Origins fluff is still there.
I had someone leave a comment on my Sonic Origins video that the game apparently has
Said,
performance
wonder if
problems.
that has to do with the builds they used.
So I was gonna run a poll, and I actually forgot to do this. I was gonna run a poll which game you wanted me to start with, but I mean, I don't know. I kind of just want to get into Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
W said, or the de novo.
And apparently these menus here use Hedgehog Engine? That's very weird to me. I mean, I guess I could start in order, but we only have like an hour or two to do this. So I can't sit here and just play all the games today.
Said, gonna take story mode on your own pace then?
Well, the weird thing is they say, like there was a big thing like, oh, you could play this in story mode.
Said, oh, that the Spinball Island Fortress, right?
Right.
Another blob said, they also use Frontiers shaders and stuff, apparently.
But they make this big deal about like, oh, you know, it's got a story mode or you can play in classic mode. From what I played last night, classic mode just loads up into story mode. Like all classic mode is like 4x3 and lives. Like this is always, all these games are always in story mode.
By the way, if you want to swap the Sonic CD music, you'll want to do so through CD itself and not story mode.
But like there is no story mode.
I wonder how much the South Island map matches up to the 8-bit South Island map.
No, I guess there is a story mode, isn't there? But like if you just start Sonic 1, it just plays the story mode cutscenes. Doesn't it? I don't know. We'll do story mode. That was my plan. But like I started classic mode last night just to poke at this, and it showed me this. Like it always shows the cutscenes.
Random said, these cutscenes are so cute.
Now I like that sound effect right there. That sound where he speeds off like that. That is very specifically a sound
Tyson has been
from
this release.
Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, the cartoon show. It's like a Hanna-Barbera library sound effect. It's like a bullet ricochet, but they always used it in the 90s cartoons when Sonic would run somewhere. It was pretty iconic to me.
Bob said, oh yeah, true.
Oh, okay. So when I played classic mode last night and did Green Hill Zone, I didn't have the drop dash. The drop dash apparently is only in story mode. Because in classic mode, all you have is the spin dash. Which, like, I don't know. If you're calling it classic mode, I feel like maybe you could get rid of the spin dash.
Said, I've only seen Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and YouTube Hoops.
I don't even know. I can't relate to that kind of world. I grew up on that stuff. Like, I've talked about this before in blogs and stuff, but there was like a specific time slot for cartoons that I called right before the bus arrived. It was like 6:30 and the bus had come at 7. So there was always like Sonic the Hedgehog would come on.
Land Shark Rar said, well, I am about a decade younger than you apparently.
Yeah, probably. That explains it too. I am I guess what they call like a very early millennial. Like I'm just right on that edge of not being whatever came before millennials. I think. Or is it the other way around? Am I like right on the edge of not being a Zoomer? I don't know. The idea of a 40-year-old Zoomer is kind of a scary thought.
Fat Scout said, I'm like that but with millennials and Zoomers. Kyloris said, I think the millennial zoomer break is like mid-90s.
Yeah, that sounds right.
W said, keep track if sometimes the drop dash goes the wrong way. It's
Yeah.
me sometimes.
I was just reading about that.
Rar said, no, I am on the edge of not being a zoomer or the edge of General X, I think. Random said, you're definitely not almost a zoomer, you're older than me and I am definitely a millennial.
That's true.
Said, what up, fellow person born in the late 80s? Setsune W said, and it's geriatric millennial, painful name. Fat Scout said, I'm 25 and born in 96. Yeah, I assumed I was either the oldest zoomer or the youngest millennial.
Well, I will say the drop dash feels better here than it did in the Sega Ages games on the Switch. You kind of like lose all air control when you do the drop dash in that. Oh, that felt really slow and weird just now. But yeah, I was just reading on Discord that like the drop dash implementations in Sonic 1 and 2 and CD are apparently kind of weird. Because Sega handled adding the drop dash to those games, but Stealth and his development team added drop dash properly to Sonic 3. So there's a little bit of a difference between how it works in the first 3 games versus Sonic 3 and Knuckles. No. Oh! He wouldn't build up enough momentum to go back and get the special stage.
Diablo Head Games said, Diablo.
Like, if you didn't know, I'm playing this on a proper Sega Genesis controller. I tweeted a video about it last night.
Fat Scout said, did Stealth explain what his path tracing SD is?
No, not that I've ever been aware of. Like, I'm not even entirely sure what path tracing is. Like, technically that's like a ray tracing thing, right?
Be Prisoner said, the coin system is such a good way to replace lives, honestly.
There's like an intrinsic part of me that wishes we still just had lives because I'm an old man.
Said, he was being kind of harsh about it on Twitter, so I'm assuming it's something he wants to try and license it out.
Yeah, probably. Like, me being an old man, I still think lives are perfectly fine, but at the same time, like, lives haven't mattered to me in a classic Sonic game in like 25 years. Like, I never get a game over in these games anymore. So, like, who honestly cares? They can take lives out. Doesn't affect me any. And if it means more people can enjoy these games, then all the better, really.
Scout said, path tracing, it's a collision thing he's built. Also, why is my voice so fast and pitchy? Rar said, lives don't add that much to games most of the time. Landshark Rar said, IDK mine's slow as hell.
The text-to-speech system I'm using for chat randomly assigns you a pitch and a speed. There's apparently no way to customize it, so you just kind of get what you get. Sorry. Sometimes it's funny, though.
Prisoner said, I'm all for phasing out lives, but I also appreciate them being replaced with something you can collect in a similar way that still has value.
Yeah.
Diablo Head Games said, gotta go fast. Landshark Rar said, it makes sense to diversify it like that. Fat Scout said, now that's cool. Setsune W said, it does make restarting stages easier if you screw up a special stage entry. Dynamite Netty TV said, apparently you can't hit the boss before he engages the ball. Another blob said, yeah, that's a mobile port thing.
Yep, that was something I complained about in January of last year, about a problem with the Retro Engine versions. For some reason, I don't know if it was Christian Whitehead or Stealth or whoever, somebody likes making these bosses take a little bit longer than they should. and I don't like it.
Be Prisoner said, yeah, I know being able to retry special stages when you fail is a godsend. Fat Scout said, had someone ever made a hack that replaces the music on S1 half with the demo tracks?
That would be interesting. I've never heard of that personally.
Said, remember how long those stupid bosses took in Sonic 4 EP2?
Oh my gosh, those were like as long as a level was. Those were like 3 to 5 minutes long. They'd have multiple forms. It was a nightmare. But yeah, being able to retry the special stages is nice, but you could already do that in the 2010 Sonic CD port.
And Shark Rar said, that's too much, boss. Be Prisoner said, Sonic games have always struggled with boss design since rings work the way they do.
That's true. But like, I feel like it was better in the old Genesis games where you could really go nuts on a boss. Like, specifically before they were ready for you. And here, and like in Sonic Mania too, the bosses in that are so long. The bosses in, what is it, Hydro City Act 2?
Another blob.
Fight like 2 bosses in a row.
The life system, honestly, because it adds tension and to get people to replay levels if they're still not good at it. But for an easy mode, I get why you should get rid of lives. Stop the ports said, can you play an anniversary mode without the coin system?
You cannot, unfortunately. But I assume that once the community really like tears these games apart,
said,
they're gonna fix that.
Nope.
Like, already people are figuring out how to mod this game. Just last night, like, before the game was, like, even really live, people were, like, saying, like, oh, I've already got custom assets loading in Sonic Origins. So, like, I think, like, by the end of today, we're gonna start seeing some crazy stuff.
3 and K bosses have so much waiting built into a lot of them because super forms exist, and that's apparently the only way they can design around you being invincible. Fat Scout said, I was referring to Masato Nakamura's demo tracks for Sonic 1 and 2 that got put out at some point.
Right.
Like how Sonic CD has an OST selection, an option would have been neat to use the demo tracks.
Well, there's probably going to be like a whole general music mod for this game, I assume. And that would seem like an option someone would probably do.
Scout said, in games for Origins, that is.
You know what? I really hate the Sonic 1 special stages.
Frontiers leak through leftover files in this game. Wild. Fat Scout said, yeah, that makes sense. Be Prisoner said, yeah, I'm excited to see music mods for this even though I'm fine with most of Origins picks.
Yeah, we'll
Setsune W.
get to Sonic 3.
They feel even funkier than usual for some reason. Like adding the gems to destruct, sort of jump scaling the rotating walls, etc.
Yeah. But I've never liked the Sonic 1 special stages, ever. And they were even worse in Sonic 4.
Said. Also IRC apparently Hyenas runs on HE2, which makes it the first game from one of Sega's Western studios on the engine.
Really?
Ports said. So if you want the original game, you're stuck with 4 to 3 and no extra features.
Right.
Sphinxicor said, I still get anxious just watching the special stages. Be Prisoner said, Sonic 1 special stages are dire.
Also, I will say, out of all the Genesis Sonic games, I'm probably the least familiar with Sonic 1.
Be Prisoner.
I don't really like it very much.
The third one is super garbage.
Like, Sonic 1 is fine.
Said, how did you mod this crappy blue guy who can't even air dash into Vector the Crocodile one?
But yeah, Sonic 1 is weird and hard, and I don't think a lot of its stages are very memorable. It's fine. It's not like a bad game or anything, but every idea that this game does was done better in other games. Like, I don't even like Sonic CD that much, and I'd probably rather play Sonic CD than Sonic 1. least you get the drop dash here. A weird, slightly broken version of the drop dash.
W said, really big on obscure secrets.
Yeah, that too. Like, actually, I think I just missed one. Or maybe it was in Act 1. There's like an invisible wall you can go through that skips like half the level. Like, all the enemies are annoying. There's like these weird ambushes. And there's like too many of them. Like, oh my gosh, the enemy spam in this game is ridiculous. Maximize the points. 10, 10.
Be Prisoner said, I cut Sonic 1 slack for them not knowing what they were doing yet, but like
Right.
there's a reason they only use Green Hill as the stage representative beyond just being the first zone.
Mm-hmm. Like, maybe you could get away with like Starlight Zone or maybe Spring Yard, but like nobody wants Labyrinth Zone to come back. And that goes for you, Sonic 4. Nobody wants Labyrinth Zone to come back. You're terrible.
Diablo Head Games said, I do. Fast 8
No, you don't.
said, I might be crazy, but I think the Buzz Bomber spawning is way worse in Origins than it is in the mobile port.
That might be true.
Fondil said, this weird platforming game where you sometimes get to run fast. Fat Scout said, what if they used the Labyrinth theme but made an actually decent level out of it?
I mean, that's kind of what Hydro City is. Oh my gosh, I hate this. I hate this so much. This is the worst. Where am I even going? Get
Land Shark Rar.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, this looks like it sucks.
This really sucks. Oh no. Please.
Be Prisoner said, yes, give me the GORBAGE.
I can't look at chat to see what that is.
Stage 3, it's in the center. Just hug it while
I know where it is. It's just
said, lol, good inflection on the TTS there. Random.
Please.
Said, local man lost in the evil aquarium. Said,
Just
stage sucks.
please.
Soon W
Please.
said, you get stuck instead of rolling off them.
Okay. No. Just let me rest here. Let me sleep.
Stop the ports. Said, someone mod in Blue in Sonic 1 and 2 LMAO.
Also, hopefully you can't hear my fan in the background. It is like, isn't it like the first day of summer yesterday or something?
Said, freedom.
It's like
Setsune
90 degrees in here.
said, new blue spheres.
Please, no more blue spheres. Like, honestly, like, if I'm being honestly, I am getting sick of all the Genesis special stages, because they have been reused so many times. Is there a shortcut up here? There isn't, and I'm about to get squished. So here's like an obscure shortcut area down here as you come all the way over here to the left. Normally, like you can see, there's like a whole route over there. But you can also come through here.
Fat Scout said, people understandably are sick of the pipe, but at least it's not the S1 special stone.
That's true.
Stop the ports said, blue spheres is my favorite by far.
Blue spheres used to be my favorite,
Special stage.
but then Sonic Mania gave me way too much blue spheres. And I'm done with blue spheres. Forever. I mean, I'll have to do it when I get to Sonic 3 here, but...
Said, Mania made me pretty sick of blue spheres pretty fast.
Yep. I did all of blue spheres in Mania. I didn't get all the gold medals, but I did all of it.
Fast 8 Wild said, My first 3 hours of Mania was 95% blue spheres.
Mm-hmm.
Sphinxicor said, CD Mania's special stages are much more palatable. Setsune W said, but consider purple spheres.
CD's special stages would be fine.
Hey Blaze, hope you're having fun playing Sonic 1 for the millionth time, Pop Jam.
I mean, things could be worse. I'm having, like, I don't like Sonic 1, but I'm having fun. I like this. This is my comfort zone, is Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Genesis, or whatever. But yeah, like, Sonic CD special stages would be fine if the collision detection wasn't so weird. Ah, shoot. Didn't that used to be an invincibility? I don't remember that being a shield. Maybe I'm crazy. Like, look at... There's like 5 bats right there. That never happens in any of the other Sonic games.
Said, oh by the way, I'm Jet Set.
Oh, hi.
Said, do you think that they would ever make Sonic 0 Inches Deluxe and how S2 evolved from S1 and tried to imagine like what a game that S1 evolved one would be?
I looked over at the chat. I have chat open here on my TV next to me. So, like...
Said, like it'd probably be terrible, but it's an interesting thought experiment. Be Prisoner said, they did. That's basically Sonic CD. Stop the ports. Said,
yeah, kinda.
Last processing. Be Prisoner said, but I don't know what you mean.
I do think that is Sonic CD, though. Like, if you didn't know, Sonic CD was supposed to be the game to directly follow Sonic 1. It was supposed to release between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. But Sega delayed it from, what was it, 1992? Early 92?
Said,
to 1993.
games should be Sonic R.
Maybe a little. I need to stop looking at the TV to see chat. I need to trust the TTS. Because I have to turn my head like a full 90 degrees to look at my TV.
Cat Scout said, no, I don't mean an alternate sequel to S1. Like CD basically is like a game before Sonic 1.
Oh, like an origin story, like a proper origin story. I don't think they'd ever do that.
That wouldn't even have like rolling or rings.
Because, like, I mean, you never can tell with modern Sega. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric was originally pitched as a Sonic origin story. But way back in the day, like, you know, Genesis era, original Sonic team, they said Sonic would never get an origin story.
Sonic Origins. Hobby_horse said, as a kid I always thought Sonic CD was a prequel. Fat Scout said, like an origin story, but it plays like a theoretical game they would have made before Sonic 1.
Look at all this. But, like, I want to say the Sonic 1 manual in Japanese opens with saying that, like...
Said, you play as the fighter plane pilot.
That Sonic and Eggman have been fighting for an indeterminate amount of time, and it doesn't really matter where the origin started, or something like that. I remember there was something said at one point, way back in the Sega Genesis era, that said Sonic's origin doesn't matter.
So like, your baby Sonic and there's no rolling or rings and it has even worse level design than most of S1. Land Shark.
That doesn't sound very fun.
IDK, if Sonic needs an origin story, he's just a guy having a good time and fighting an adult man. Said, wait, maybe we're talking about Psycho Fox.
No, like Metal Gear, huh? Sonic could stand to be a little bit more like Metal Gear. You think about it, Sonic and Shadow are kind of like Snake and Liquid, right?
Land Shark Rar said, I guess an Eggman origin would make more sense than a Sonic origin. So yeah, I guess a Sonic story would just sorta come with that. Fat Scout said, what if the dude in the plane in Afterburner was that guy who wore that jacket with Sonic?
But I also like the idea that, like, Sonic is a mystical being.
Like a Master System game, but sure. Hobby_horse said, A European extreme run of a Sonic game would be a nightmare.
Sonic 1 is European extreme.
Said, Sonic is a trickster spirit that loves snowboarding.
That's true. The patron saint of snowboarding, as it were. Man.
King of underscore bunnies. Said, is this the new Mario game?
King of underscore bunnies just resubscribed for 11 months.
Azuka, Sonic
Is this
does
the
not
new
need an
Mario
origin
game?
story.
Oh,
Coming into my office
no.
yelling about continuity. Fat Scout. Said, Sonic is basically just Bugs Bunny if he was also Goku.
Well, that's pretty succinct.
Said, LMFAO. Sphinxicor. Said, one guidebook I had referred to the up on CPU text as a hidden message, and I always wondered if they actually meant something else.
Part of me wishes I would have done the cam for this today, but that would have required that I take a shower and, like, wear somewhat nicer clothes.
Fast 8 Wild.
And I'm just in my pajamas here.
COP.
But, like, when the TTS was talking over itself just now, you would have seen me rubbing my face in pain. Yeah, let's casually stroll down that hill.
Is Rage movie gonna be tied into Sonic?
Oh, wouldn't that be weird? Like,
That soon does.
for them to do that, it'd just have to be, like, on a TV in the background.
King of underscore bunnies. Said, is retro valid when they complain about the 3NK port?
I mean, I don't know. You're allowed to not like it. I don't like it. But I also don't think we're ever going to get Sonic 3 any other way ever again. So, you know, you just kind of have to learn to put up with it, I think.
Said, I got jammed in that shield pit.
Or, like, at the very least, buy it on PC where there's going to be a music mod eventually, so that you can just get the old music back.
Fat Scout. Said, I have a bad feeling Paramount is gonna get super greedy and try to make a whole ass Sega cinematic universe, and Sonic 3 will pull a dark universe and have half a movie be glorified cameos for their future film slate.
No, I doubt that'll happen.
Said, based Yuji Naka confirming the MJ Ost. Fast 8 Wild. Said, yeah, it's a tune that
gosh.
happens even on mobile. Landshark Rar. Said, the beginning of a hashtag Hog universe.
I also feel like these special stages speed up a lot faster than they used to. Like, for some reason, hitting the down icon seems to speed up the rotation of the maze. When that used to, like, down used to mean slow down, not speed up.
Fast 8 Wild. Said,
Like, look at that.
Hog Sweep. Fat Scout. Said, like obnoxious unfitting cameos from Lady Gaga as Bayonetta and Bautista as Gus from Crazy Taxi and Andrew Koji as Kiryu and I don't know. Random. Said, I am so glad there are only 6 Sonic 1 special stages.
They added a 7th for this one.
Bunnies. Said, I noticed last night that it did indeed slow down the stage.
Please don't!
Dark Rock. Said, cool.
Please, please. Why did you put a reverse right there?
Said, hitting the down circles turns them into up circles.
Which didn't used to happen in the Genesis version.
Said, there's no 7th special stage in Sotri mode. Random.
Oh.
Said, they added a 7th one. God, why?
I'm starting to think I need to do something about the TTS when chat is this busy.
Weird.
Because this is a lot of TTS. Please.
King of underscore bunnies. Said, sub only TTS.
I think there's a plugin where I can do that, but I don't know.
Random.
There's a part of me that likes the TTS.
Too popular for your own good. Fast 8 Wild. Said, this is a lot of TTS.
It is. And, like, I don't want to talk over you guys, but it's also kind of my stream. And I know other people, when they have TTS, they just talk over it. So, I don't know.
Fat Scout.
I just need to stop being so polite.
Nick Cage Altered Beast directed by the dude who did Mandy in Night of the Living Dew. King of underscore bunnies, said,
I hope Sonic kisses Eggman really hard on the lips in Frontiers.
said, actually WTF, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. No, of course not.
Land Shark
Unless it's like a Bugs Bunny kiss.
finally someone that gets it.
Like when Bugs Bunny kisses Michael Jordan in Space Jam. Which I just watched like a few months ago. So that's why I remember that.
Land
And not for any other reasons. Ha ha.
Bugs
Ha.
Bunny with tongue.
I mean, maybe. You'd have to ask Michael Jordan about that one. Okay, so what are we on? We're on like Act 3, right? So I don't really have to like save up my rings.
Not for the first time, right?
King of underscore bunnies, said,
The drop dash is real jank in Origins.
I mean, like I said, it's supposedly fine in Sonic 3.
Randy did too many cooks of that Gary Coleman Big Bad Voodoo Daddy self-parody Scooby-Doo.
Apparently, whoever at Sega handled the drop dash in Sonic 1, 2, and CD didn't quite do it right, but since like actual Sonic Mania devs worked on Sonic 3, it is properly implemented there.
King of underscore bunnies.
So hopefully that's something they're going to patch.
At P. Hat Scout, what is Mandy?
Mandy is a movie starring Nicolas Cage about... I don't know. I haven't seen Mandy. I shouldn't actually say what it's about. I just know it's very pink and bloody.
Fat Scout, said,
It's pretty wild, just watch it.
Land Shark Rar, said, I've heard it was good.
Yeah, I've heard Mandy was good.
Said, man, you like never see a goofy sheer cliff curved bottom to show off the physics after this?
Yeah, I know. Because you have the spin dash, so you kind of don't need to. I mean, I guess the closest you get is there's a couple places in Sonic 2, and maybe Sonic 3, but never like straight up half pipes like this. It's always like quarter pipes. You don't really get to do that.
King of underscore bunnies, said,
I think Sonic 1 is a better game with the spin dash.
It is. It is absolutely is. Like, I almost can't play Sonic 1 without the spin dash anymore. Oh, that was... I don't think this was here in the Genesis version. I think you would just fall into a pit and die there. And now for, like, maybe the worst boss in this entire game. What time is it? It's what, 3:10? Up.
Hobby underscore horse,
Whoops.
said, no, that was definitely there. Saturn Thew 0 LF, said, oh man, I forgot just how rough Sonic 1's level design was.
I had to turn around and look at the clock and it got me killed.
Said, he just fucking stabbed you. Random, said, LMAO. Random,
Hana!
said,
Okay, I'm
"Nailed
fine.
it."
Wow, such a thrilling and exciting boss.
So the soundtrack, this is the 2013 version of Sonic 1, right?
I guess? I don't know, I can't really tell. It sounds almost like they might have removed the remastered music. But I guess I need to pay more attention next time I'm in a special stage, because that's where it's the most obvious to me.
Another blob, said, King of underscore bunnies, said,
At another blob, no, it's the original, not remastered.
Yeah, that is weird.
said, that's weird.
Oh, and now for the worst zone in all of Classic Sonic. Except for maybe Scrap Brain. Scrap Brain's pretty bad too. And Wing Fortress is pretty bad as well. Wing Fortress might be one of the only Sonic 2 levels I actually, like, genuinely hate.
Fat Scout said, "Can you drop Dash underwater?"
You can.
King of underscore bunnies said,
$20 DLC for the Michael Jackson music in like a year.
Saturn Zero LF
I mean, I wouldn't...
said, Origins just hand out achievements like candy.
I mean, I think that's only like the second or third achievement I've gotten. So I don't think they just hand them out, no. My strategy for these air bubbles is to grab one every time you see one.
Said, I honestly prefer Labyrinth to Sonic 2's Metropolis, but I really love Sonic 1 and doesn't have an issue with the slower pace.
Metropolis isn't a great level, but that's mainly due to the shellcracker enemy, the crabs, because they are so, like... Okay. That's a retro engine thing.
Said,
Was Moonwalker in any of the previous Sega compilations? I seem to think it was in a bunch of them.
No, I don't think Moonwalker's ever been re-released since the Genesis version. Or the arcade version, or whatever.
Fat Scout said,
And maybe they just assumed that had some kind of deal there. Let me see HECJ.
Setsune W said, yeah, that place is crush happy. Got me 2 to 3x earlier.
Well, retro engine in general is just, it's a lot easier to die from crush deaths.
Hobby underscore horse.
Which is maybe one of the worst things about it.
You have to run on bore me to tears in Metropolis. That's my biggest issue with the tone.
I don't mind that so much. It's certainly better than this at any rate. Where you have platforms that lift you into spikes. Like, that's terrible. Come on! There we go.
Saturn Fuse Zero LF said, on the whole, is this collection as rough as I've been hearing?
I mean, we're only in Sonic 1, but so far it seems to be fine to me. Like, I'm not really having any problems with it. Though, I don't know, like, are you guys getting stuttering on the stream? Like...
Said,
Beat Sonic 1 in story mode and went to Sonic CD. It defaulted to the US soundtrack. Found I had to go to Sonic CD in the game, select, go through its main menu, select.
Yeah, I've heard that's the way it is. I don't mind it, you know. There was a Tumblr blog that went up, I don't know, like a month ago, maybe like 2 weeks at most, where I think it's fine. You know, I like both soundtracks equally. Hang on, not only did it give up on that comment halfway through, it appears to have given up entirely. 1 second.
Blaze Hedgehog said, speech chat, are you okay? Random said, TTSB like this is too much, I am going on strike.
Weird.
W said, you've done it, King of Bunnies.
While I'm out, I'm going to see if speech chat has any options for me to fiddle with.
Saturn Fuse Zero LF said, TTS is unionizing.
To see if maybe...
King of underscore bunnies said,
It's Setsune W, I am all powerful.
Hobby underscore horse said, TTS fell asleep watching Labyrinth Zone.
Scout
Said,
apparently Moonwalker got put on WeVC, but that was it.
Okay, looks like I can turn off reading subscriber messages. We'll see if I can filter that. Read numbers, read
Scout
symbols.
said,
You is that grip.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I thought maybe I could put TTS on cooldown to where it would give me more time between you guys saying things, but that does not appear to be the case. That's fine.
Fat Scout said,
Okay, now it's SSX tricky.
Timestamp. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it matters. And I'll figure out the rest later. Also, like, just from my perspective,
said, Sonic Inception.
like, here, hang on 1 second. I'm gonna check something. I'm wondering if Sonic Origins is running at a weird resolution. I mean, you guys probably would have mentioned it if it was, but I don't know. Chat can be kind of weird about pointing stuff out like that.
Saturn Fuse 0 LF said, Sonic and the Symphony of the Night.
Can I watch my own stream, Twitch, please? No, I don't want chat. There was a time where I was, like, furious not being able to find chat on this app, and now all of a sudden that's all I can find. What happens if I do this? That just takes me to the chat. I want to see my stream. Stream at my channel. Show me my
Fat
channel.
Scout said,
Are there any Twitch TTSs that have it manually advanced so that when 80 people ask you questions, it doesn't just yell a billion things at you?
There is a TTS plugin for... Oh, you can probably hear me. How can I mute my own stream? I'll just do this. There is a TTS plugin for Twitch in general that has, I think, further options to mess with. I'm not using that. I'm using a website called speechchat.com, which just hooks into the Twitch chat. I think if I do like a proper plugin, it will give me options like sub-only TTS, etc., etc., etc. Which I might look into. I might not. Because I kind of like this. It's just a little crazy when like 15 people are all trying to talk at once.
Sphinxicor said, Gotta go now, but thanks for showing this off.
No problem.
Tatsun W.
Oh, I knew that was going to happen.
This backseat is huge and we're all gaming.
I think I go this way. Oh, it's getting pretty sweaty in here. That's the other reason I don't want to be on cam.
Saturn Fuse 0 LF said, Watch out for Robotnik's diabolical traps.
Yep.
King of _ bunnies said,
The Nuvo is apparently causing a lot of people problems with the PC port.
Flatter.
Yep, I can imagine that.
Just got here, heard about many problems concerning the PC version. What's all this about? Fat Scout.
So far, it seems to be running fine for me.
Taking the Sonic CD, I'm out of here with some nefarious attempt to make Sonic always retroactively mute like some of the annoying I hate Santiago types are saying.
Maybe. I don't
Is it just an
know.
oversight?
Random.
It's probably just an oversight.
I've always found it funny how Sonic is known as the speed game, and then the first game has this disaster.
I mean, I don't hate the concept of Labyrinth Zone, I just hate how mean Sonic 1 is in general. But I think, like, Superman always has to face his kryptonite, you know? Sonic, you don't specifically point out that Sonic can't swim and then not give him a level about water. Like, you know, like I said, Superman has to face his kryptonite. If you tell me Sonic the Hedgehog can't swim, you have to put him in a large body of water at some point.
King of
It's Chekhov's gun.
Said,
At P Hat Scout, not an oversight. They took out the S in the one UP and CD, and even Amy's giggle when she hugs and then her yell when Metal Sonic grabs her.
another blob. Said, at P Hat Scouts, so it's the 2011 mobile version.
And yes, I mentioned Chekhov's gun, so roll your eyes accordingly. Oh, and I should point out, like, I haven't had any problems with this version,
The large slow body of the
but,
steep vertical slow platforming.
like, I haven't had any performance problems with this version, and this PC is 6 years old, so, you know, I'm not exactly running on cutting-edge, top-of-the-line, super nice hardware. This is like a
Said,
Core i5
An oversight.
4690K.
Like read out that line with reserve and cause it feels like a very Sega thing to do.
king of underscore bunnies. Said,
Oh, I just saw some chug. Was the Twitcher de nouveau?
It might have been both. I've also been having problems with this computer stuttering while doing recordings. I don't know. First I thought it was an OBS problem, but it happens when I do recordings in NVIDIA too.
don't think you should need a high-end PC to run Genesis games personally.
Right.
Hobby underscore horse. Said, Sonic as a franchise would honestly be a lot less interesting if there weren't any water levels. It adds character. Random. Said, even if they're Advanced Genesis games. King of underscore bunnies. Said,
The stairs in this stages suck so bad.
But like I've been having problems with recording on and off for, I don't know, a couple months now.
Random. Said, oh, you can have water level as all you want, but Labyrinth is just dull and annoying.
I thought maybe it was like a heat issue, so I blasted out my computer, got rid of all the dust. Seems to have helped a little bit, but I don't know, it still gets a little weird sometimes. I also just think it's probably time for an upgrade to this computer, but I don't think I'm going to be able to afford that for a while. At this point, I need to buy a new motherboard to support a new CPU, maybe some more RAM. But that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Underscore bunnies. Said,
Also, the collision in the retro engine is just different enough in certain places that my muscle memory has been getting thrown off here and there.
See, for whatever reason, like, that doesn't bother me. I don't know what's up there. When they ported Donkey Kong Country to the Game Boy Advance, like, everything there was just slightly too different, and it throws me off. I hate the Game Boy Advance version of Donkey Kong Country, but here, like, I don't know, it never seemed to be an issue for me. Now, I don't know which direction to go. Nope, not down there. That's... They hide that just far enough off screen. Okay, well... I don't know what button that would be on my Genesis controller. So anyway, coins are good. I'm glad I was able to retry this. Nope, don't go down there. What did I just say?
big underscore boy underscore big. Said,
Yeah, I was wondering how they would handle emerald levels in this game without save states.
Please.
Big_boy_big said, because wow, they get hard. Setsune W said, it's interesting how the music doesn't stop when you retry or die.
Yeah, a little bit. Like they very specifically put these reverse buttons.
_boy_big, that's what she said.
Random said,
Yeah,
on the
thanks.
other hand, I would much rather play Labyrinth Zone than this.
Okay, rings mean go here, right? Right. Okay, good. No!
Another blob said, at big_boy_big in the mobile versions, you could just level select after beating the game, or in the case of Sonic CD, quit the game entirely. Big_boy_big said,
Sonic 1 special states always suck.
Random said, SDF SDF KSDF HSD.
Thanks for that. Valuable chat message. Please. Okay, now just hang up. No. I hope whoever made these stages got fired.
Said, Sonic.
Because come on. Like, this is beyond just being mean. This is like, the game hates you. And I hit a down button and everything sped up.
Said, WSS Takeshi Iizuka, somehow. Big_boy_big. Said,
The only thing worse than Sonic 1 special stages is how Sonic 4 special stages are the same thing but worse.
Random said, no, come on, you were so close. Saturn Thew 0 LF said, when you try your best and you don't succeed.
Just,
Hobby_horse said, yeah, the special stages aren't very good, but there's cute birds and fish in the background, so it's okay.
no.
Another blob said, at Setsune W, I'm pretty sure he only joined Sonic during the Sonic 2 debugging phase. Setsune W said, the Sonic 4 special stages are so much worse, honestly.
Yeah, they really are.
Mazes. Setsune W said, at another blob, that's the joke. Another blob said, oh, land shark rar said,
What?
I do love to see a bird or fish.
You saw that, right? Like, Sonic...
Said, yes.
Sonic just jumped forward and almost threw himself into the goal. I didn't do that. I didn't jump. Sonic committed suicide almost.
Boys, those were the easy ones!
Thank you. That's what, 5? There's one more left. And we never have to worry about special stages ever again.
Random said, was literally on the edge of my seat.
Up. Okay, it's the next one. It's this one. This is Act 3, right? This is where the awful, terrible, like, garbage boss is. The one where you have to race the water level. Do you know that there's a Sonic 1 prototype where it was discovered that this was originally going to be the only way you could get air back? Was in little rooms like this? They didn't add the bubble system until way later. That's kind of crazy to me. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Big_boy_big said, that sounds hellish. Land Shark Rar said, yeah, I could see the bubbles being added after some testing. Fat Scout said,
Holy shit, that would've been horrible.
another blob said, somehow Labyrinth Zone becomes a bit more tolerable when you spin dash everywhere over and under everything. Still not fun though.
Yep. There's too many spikes, he says immediately before getting impaled on spikes. Too many spike balls. Too many enemies.
Armstrong said,
Gotta prove the point somehow.
Yeah, a true punctuation mark, am I right? This is the wrong direction. Ooh, that looks interesting. But there's no way I'm gonna go for it. Uh-oh, okay, good. It's interesting that it seems to save every time you touch a checkpoint.
said, I was a kid right when the Game Boy Advance version of Sonic 1 came out. Took me years to beat Labyrinth, could do it with little incident on the Mega Collection. Really makes you think.
I mean, it doesn't, because the Game Boy Advance version of Sonic 1 is notoriously garbage. Like, people have joked that that's actually the worst Sonic game to come out in 2006. Digest that.
Setsune W said, not just broken, it's chaotically broken.
Yep. Maybe I should stream that someday.
Horse said, the amount of invincibility boxes in Labyrinth Zone feels excessive. Land Shark Rar said, oh fun, I never heard about that.
Yeah, Sonic 1 on the Game Boy Advance is like freeware Flash game levels of broken, right? Like it would be something they put on a website to advertise something else. Now,
Saturn Fuse 0 LF said, how the hell does something like that even happen? Like it was made in-house, wasn't it? Don't they have the source code? Fat Scout said,
Ultimate Flash Sonic is better than Sonic 1 GBA.
the trick to this is that you don't focus on Eggman.
Robbie_horse.
You focus on just completing the level.
Genesis for the GBA does the opposite of curing my depression. Another blob said, I dunno, I've grown to feel like 06 is just 80 on real hardware and AC or B on Xenia. And P06 is actually dang good.
Yeah, well,
Said, but that's just me.
okay, let's get that last Chaos Emerald, how about? If I can manage it. Oh, come on.
Is it true that Sonic 06 grew out of 5th Phantom Saga?
I mean, it's never been confirmed, but that's
I like
the general idea.
A lot. Setsune W said, I'm not sure I realized that stash was there.
Up. That's the sound Sonic makes when he jumps. It's me. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm the newest voice actor for Sonic. This is just what he sounds like now.
Another blob said, wow. Fat Scout said,
The Sonic Team FPS where you play as a twink with an XM8 in Venice and shoot dudes, and also you have a JoJo stand and you're in Venice and it has Sentinel Shadows and the XM8 because it was a 2000s shooter.
Another
Man.
said, congrats. Hobby_horse said,
So wait,
explains so much.
where am I supposed to go now? That was a dead end.
You had to move for Sonic Prime. Fat
Oh, here we
Scout
go.
said,
It showed up at 1 PS3 E3 and disappeared.
I'm trying to take this very easy now.
0LF
Okay, here's the end.
said, that TTS sounds like an excited kid and I kinda love it.
Yeah, I know.
Said, I am so glad Fat Scout got the super fast TTS voice.
Okay, deep breaths, everyone.
Fat Scout said,
Really?
Obviously, every single 2000s shooter had the XM8.
Really? It's just this? It's like a victory lap kind of thing? Like, what's going on here? I mean, okay. Well, maybe it is a little tougher than it looks. Yeah, habada.
oh easy peasy. Setsune W
Maybe not.
said, if you fall out of the main area it becomes a pita.
Yeah? What? Come on. No. Okay. Calm thoughts. Gotta go slow. It's Sonic 1.
Random said, oh no.
Just, it's okay. Yes. Just, okay.
Random said, gotta take your time.
Sonic got them all.
Scout said,
At random it kicks ass cause I write entirely too long Twitch comments so hard the time I write something it becomes nigh understandable but in a funny way.
Random said, yada.
Yada. That's what they say. Let me get these rings first.
Setsune W said, now Sonic can become blue spheres.
I mean, that's basically what the drop dash is in this, right? Like, they didn't even get the sprite correct. Okay, now I can focus on just, like, playing like garbage and not worrying about my rings. By the way, pro tip. You can stand in the middle of these. And, like, I think you actually get bounced higher if you stand in the middle.
Fat Scout said,
The sound when you pick up a blue sphere is really dumb to me.
Fat Scout said,
We WHOU.
They should have let Supersonic in Sonic 1 here in story mode.
Saturn Thew 0LF said, always thought Starlight had the best level music in Sonic 1.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Green Hill is very good. But Starlight is like a contender for like one of the second strongest levels in this game, I think. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Hobby_horse said, Starlight has such a calming, sleepy aesthetic. Saturn Thew 0LF said, I would probably like Green Hill a lot more if it hadn't become so overplayed. I just got tired of seeing it.
Yeah.
Fat Scout said,
On a ranked list of new metal intro songs in edgy PS2 era games, where does I Am All of Me rank?
I don't really like I Am All of Me. Like, if we're talking, like, Shadow the Hedgehog ending themes, I think Never Turn Back is the one I think about the most.
So below the one in MK Deadly Alliance.
Land Shark Rar said, Green Hill is really a bit of a Mario 1-to-1 hunter.
Yeah, a little bit.
Said, Remember when GHZ was in SA2 and it was a really fun Easter egg?
Yep.
Setsune W said, Eggman having to boogie to cover the wider screen.
He won't drop a spike when you're actively standing on the seesaw or whatever. I almost called it a teeter saw for some reason.
Another blog said,
IIRC I am all of me was written in the middle of a car trip.
Random said,
Mario 1-to-1 references usually end in the space of like 2 seconds since it's more for the very first screen of the game.
Land Shark Rar said,
Great.
Random said,
So not as egregious.
Saturn Fuse 0 LF said,
At another blog Road Rage does
Hmm.
person.
Fat Scout said, Open Your Heart wasn't written for Sonic Right. Wasn't it just about the singer dude getting dumped by his GF?
Like, I don't like a lot of Crush 40 songs after Live and Learn,
Fat Scout said,
but
So he wrote a song about how like you gotta preserve.
I think Never Turn Back is probably one of their best after Live and Learn, and then the rest I could kind of take or leave.
Fat Scout said, After getting dumped.
Boy, don't you love Scrap Brain Zone, everyone?
Setsune W said, Waking up is underappreciated Devo fodder.
Is Waking Up Crush 40, though? I don't think it is.
Fat Scout,
Waking Up is good, though.
Why does Sonic have more ska punk? Setsune W said, It's not no.
Why do those have collision? Why can't I jump through them? Why do you hate me?
Fat Scout said, Why doesn't?
Like, just thank you.
Saturn Fuse 0 LF said,
The name fits because they had to scrap their brain for this mean level design.
Ha 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 ha. Sorry, I had to mute myself to cough. Oh, I hate this room. Okay, we gotta stand here for a minute. Because what you have to do is you have to let these reset. You do this, you do this, you do this. If you mess up the timing on that, you get stuck in that room forever. I saw that coming and I let it happen anyway.
Fat Scout said, Hot take Crush 40 has never been butt rock because they have too much guitar shredding. Setsune W said, This level is very Mega Man. Fat Scout said, Like butt rock is bullshit like Creed and Nickelback and Puddle of Mud.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with butt rock. But I think by their own admission, Crush 40 has said they're like very inspired by glam and hair metal bands of the 80s. Which can be butt rock, but isn't necessarily butt rock. What people call butt rock sometimes comes from hair metal of the 80s.
Fat Scout said, Yeah, and hair metal is fun while butt rock is just blue. Land Shark Rar said,
Genres are never as hard to find lines as people think anyway.
Yeah. Okay, noted. Do not spin dash over this. Fair enough.
Rar said,
This is an RPG because you collect rings and a number goes up.
It's an RPG because it's a role-playing game and I'm playing a role.
Ted Rock like Van Halen or GNR.
Hey man. God Gave Us Rock and Roll Part 2. It's a great song.
Setsune W said,
You roll while playing the game,
Ha! Yes!
said. Land Shark Rar said, if a number goes up, it's an RPG. Fat Scout said, that's not an insult. Anthony Quarnstrom said,
I will always think about the Berlin interpretation of roguelikes and just how funny it is.
I mean, it's not an insult because I genuinely like that Bill and Ted song.
Fancy name for such a silly thing.
Land Shark Rar,
Like, God Gave Us Rock and Roll Part 2 is actually a song I love.
low TTS voice.
What is that? I think that's our first legitimate death of the run. And by that I mean like a death not caused by a glitch.
56 points that define a real Sonic game. Saturn Thew 0 LF said, Shadow the Hedgehog is my favorite first-person.
Wah!
Setsune W said, there were pits.
I guess there. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I died on Scrap Brain Act 1, didn't I?
Fat Scout said,
Honestly, a Shadow the Hedgehog 2 could kick ASD.
Oh, this is gonna be impossible. What? Yeah. Slow.
Fat Scout said,
If they made it play like Sunset Overdrive,
Ah!
self-awareness about being edgy.
Okay, I'm good. I survived. Thank goodness for the spin dash. Can you imagine what that would have been like if I had to walk through it? What the hell is this? That was a Mega Man vanishing block puzzle.
Thew 0
I ain't about that.
said, I'm one of those Gen Zers who stands by SA2 being the best story in the series. I'd love to have something like that again.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've warmed up to Sonic Adventure 2 more in recent years.
Saw 2 rules, yeah?
There was a time where I said parts of Sonic Adventure 2 was everything of what was wrong with Sonic, and now, I don't know. I've softened on that stance.
Fat Scout said,
People always talk about SA2 being like a shonen, but seem to miss that it was also very much they biting the style of 90s Bruckheimer blockbusters.
I mean, by their own admission, Sonic Team said they were inspired by movies like The Rock. It is very much trying to be a 90s American blockbuster action movie.
Random said, even after all these years I still have a fondness for SA2, messy though it may be.
Hey, check this out.
Fat Scout said,
Someone made a meme where they put that one Aerosmith song from Armageddon over the ending and like it fit 100%.
Yep. I don't want to miss a thing. Like one of the only Aerosmith songs I like because it's cheesy and stupid, and
Saturn
Armageddon was a ridiculous movie.
said, it's only really known for the Snapcube memes now, but seeing it as a kid, Eggman blowing up the moon shook little Saturn to his core. Fat Scout said,
No, they said as much, but other people seem to miss out on that.
I don't want to close my eyes because I'll miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that
Shark Rar.
fits for Sonic Adventure 2, doesn't it?
Feel like it's stupid these days.
It'll come around. Enough people like it nowadays that it'll circle back around. Give it like 10 years. And cheesy and earnest will come back into style. I guarantee it.
Land Shark Rar said, we got that with Final Fantasy Origins because those people genuinely didn't think they were making something dumb as hell.
Which is a key ingredient sometimes, I would say. When you try and be that way on purpose, it can come off as fake. I take it back. This is the worst final boss, or the worst boss.
Lightyear was supposed to be a movie that came out in Universe in 95. They should have made it in Bruckheimer. Tony, stop, pause this.
There is so much waiting around in this boss. I bet Taxman and Stealth love this boss. That's mean. I shouldn't say that. Please. Okay, good.
Whoopsie83 said, "Was that a trick? I played since day one. I never finished Act 3 that fast."
Yeah, no, that was a trick. If you jump in front of the platform that's sliding down, there's like a shortcut under that you skip like 75% of the level. That's a genuine speed strat. I've never played the full version of Scrap Brain Act 3, ever. Now, if I remember right, this boss even, like, takes more hits than a normal boss does. I think this boss takes, like, 12 hits.
Nice.
They could have at least given you a few rings here.
Underscore horse said, "Damn, it's the year of our Lord 2022 and there's still people not aware of that shortcut?"
Like, I want to say the mobile versions give you rings here, and they took them away for this one.
Said, "You GHHHH that didn't hit you emo."
And yeah, that was pretty rough. But I seem to remember the hitboxes on this boss being pretty rough. But we've got the spin dash, so actually I should be putting that to use a little more often. Whoops. Well, that's still not too bad. Like, they only let you hit Eggman once per round, once per cycle. So you can't even get, like, multiple hits in. You just gotta grind it out.
Random said, "This whole experience with TTS teaching me how annoying being on the internet would be if you needed TTS all the time."
Yeah, a little bit.
Whoopsie83 said, "I only had 2 and 3. One was a rental. I was poor and only owned 3 Genesis games."
Yeah, no, I didn't own Sonic 1 until Sonic Jam in 1997. Because, you know, by the time I got my Genesis, that was 1994. The only versions of Sonic 1 that were out there was the ones that were packed in with the Genesis. It was almost impossible to find a standalone cartridge of that game. And, like, used game stores weren't very common back then.
0LF said, "Can't wait for that Bubsy Marathon, Blaze."
Bubsy Marathon? Who's doing a Bubsy Marathon? Don't make me look at chat! I almost died.
Landshark Rar said, "I think the first time I played Sonic was on someone else's Game Gear, and then the Mega Collection on GameCube was the first time having the old ones."
Now, do they make me bop him here?
Said, "Bubsy Subathon, let's go."
Oh, I guess not. If you're on your toes, you can bop him as he's flying away.
Said, "Setsun gets..."
But I pushed the button and nothing was happening.
Said, "Nice, you did it."
What time is it? It's almost 4 o'clock.
Winter chicken dinner.
I should maybe think about wrapping up here, because my nephews will be home, and my nephews are rambunctious little 5-year-olds, and they make a lot of noise. Like, you will definitely hear them on the microphone.
Shark Rar said, but by that point I already decided Sonic 3 was my favorite because that was the one I used for editing my Genesis-style version of my Sonic OC.
Sonic 3 was my favorite because it was just the biggest, longest Sonic game, and I guess it was the one that I got with my Genesis, basically. I mean, technically, when I got my Genesis, I bought the... I didn't buy it, my mom bought it for me, but I got the Sonic 2 pack-in version, but I got Sonic 3 with it, like, as an extra thing. And then me and my friends spent, like, one entire summer renting the same copy of Sonic & Knuckles from the rental store, to the point where, like, we would see each other's save files, because I would rent it, take it back to the rental store, and then I would, like, call him on the phone and say, okay, I took Sonic & Knuckles back, it's your turn. And he would, that night, he would go rent it, and we'd do that back and forth, you know, for months. Weeks,
W
at least.
said, is it pronounced Big Island or Big Island? The original Hydro City.
Biggest land.
Said, renting card games was so fun like that.
And, like, I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles to death. Like, I was sick of that game for a while because, you know, Doomsday Zone is technically, like, a secret level in that game, right? So we got this idea, you know, what if there's more secret levels in this game? We have to find out. So I ended up beating Sonic 3 and Knuckles with every character in every configuration.
Big Island because now Do Oshima's kanjis spell out Big Island. It's Setsune W. I know it's a joke, but YXD.
So where's our ending cutscene? Where's our full motion video? Do I have to push a button? I do.
Land Shark Rar said, lol, suck it, Eggman.
But when I mean I beat Sonic 3 and Knuckles in every configuration, that means it's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Sonic and Tails. So separately,
W.
Sonic alone and Sonic and Tails.
Elise's Emerald.
With all Chaos Emeralds, some Chaos Emeralds, and no Chaos Emeralds.
Random said, haha, the seventh one just sneaks in.
That's cute.
Land Shark Rar said, these cards are good. Setsune W said, they're leaning so hard into Amy's tarot now. Random said, oh nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Tarot gimmick.
It's a little jarring seeing this after the widescreen animation, but
Rar said, oh shit.
and it looks a little dark comparatively, but
Left said, that jump from 16 to 9 yada. Land Shark Rar said, yeah lol, it's really fun, the saturation difference. Land Shark Rar said, you can see the texture of the paper some shots.
yep.
Setsune W.
Though you can tell this has been like AI upscaled a little bit.
Man Collection.
But it looks good.
Left.
Looks real good.
Not a fan of how this defaults to the US soundtrack DBH.
Man, this is the sound of the 90s though. Like this is... If you played a Sega CD game in 1993, this is what it sounded like.
My cousin played the video was in a small window. Lol.
Spinning through a world in motion. Also, I appreciate the canonicity of them putting Sonic CD directly after Sonic 1. So I guess we'll keep playing until I hear children get home, and then we'll wrap up. I will say the drop dash probably makes this a little more playable. It'll be a lot easier to pick up speed.
Land Shark Rar said, "Whoa, it's like it's 3D."
But in general, I do not like Sonic CD. I'm sorry. Okay, slow down there, big boy.
Saturn Fuse Zero LF said, "It's Sonic but on a CD."
Wow. It's like multimedia.
Said, "Wow, Twitch did not like that transition."
I imagine. Especially because I'm a psychopath that likes to do it both ways. I like to destroy the robot generators and do the special stage. As a little kid, I used to think that there was like a special ending.
Robot generator super recently, but the time stones prevented me from getting the very last 1x.
Right. But you know how, like, you can make good futures in this game? I always thought maybe there was, like, a secret setting for, like, a very good future by doing both time stones and robot generators. But obviously that's not true.
Setsune W said, "The very good future was the hidden ending message."
Fun is infinite. That's the very good ending. I wonder if that's in here somewhere.
Saturn Fuse Zero LF said, "I feel like if any Sonic game would benefit from turning off the time limit, it would be CD."
Yeah, maybe.
Land Shark Rar said, "That's a good stage end jingle."
I know, I love it so much. Like, that stage end jingle is like the main reason I like to leave it on the North American soundtrack. Because it's so like, it's almost Back to the Future in a way, which is like so fitting for this game. It's great, I love it. I really don't like the Act Clear jingle for the Japanese soundtrack. It is like the one song in that soundtrack I genuinely do not like. Okay, come here. Come on! Let's just hang out here for a minute, huh?
Random said, "You should be able to mix and match the soundtrack's emo."
Yeah, like Street Fighter, right? Street Fighter 4 and 5 let you switch character voices like
King of
per character.
said,
JP special stage sounds better, emo.
I like them both.
said, "Remember they boasted 50 levels and it was bull crap."
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you're hearing me slurp through my straw.
Said, "They could have run this ground texture through a filter a bit like the Mode 7 filtering now."
Right, maybe. Like, there's even Super Nintendo emulators that do that now. That, like, let you run Mode 7 games in a high resolution. It's pretty nice. Oh, I think I heard something. It might be time for me to go. Okay, let's take this a little slower. Because there's usually a place in these levels that they, like, intend for you to use to time travel. Like a little loop that you get bounced back and forth between.
Horse said, "I actually think the US soundtrack often fits more with the really strong art direction in this game. Makes the experience more atmospheric."
Maybe. Like I said, it just sounds like the 90s to me. Like, if you were playing a Sega CD game in 1993, it sounded like this.
You can just drop dash back and forth to cheese it if that interests you.
You still need space for that, though. I think this works. I think this is it. Right? Maybe? No? Great, now I have to spin dash to get out of here.
W said, "Not that much."
Oh, no, this is it. That's right. Okay, so you walk all the way up here. we go. And it does look like they modified the length of time needed to do the time travel, so that's nice. Okay, now where's the robot generator? It's like right up here, right? Right. I remember where all the robot generators are for some stages. But there's some like Metallic Madness and Wacky Workbench. I don't really remember very well. That's the one bummer I also don't like about Sonic CD. They have this whole time travel mechanic, but usually by the time you find the robot generator, you're more than halfway done with the level, and there's not really a whole lot of opportunities to go see what a good future looks like, unless you specifically choose to seek it out. That's a little weird to me.
Setsune W said, "Meanwhile, Metal Sonic is left behind to trash the wildlife."
Ah, it's just a hologram. It's propaganda.
Said, "I tend to just skip destroying the machines because it's so much easier to just get all the time stones." Land Shark Rar said, "Wow, just like real-time travel."
Right. Now, something I didn't realize until recently, you can actually slow down in these by holding down on the D-pad. Like, look at this. You can slow way, way down. So if you want to, like, wait for one of these guys, just hold down on the D-pad. I always thought you were... Oh my gosh. I always thought you were just kind of locked into running really fast, and if you passed one, you had to circle back around.
Preposterous.
Okay. I'm not too worried about these special stages now that I know how easy it is to retry them. There are definitely some Sonic CD special stages that I really hate. I used to have these all memorized as a kid. Like, I remember
Setsune
I had a specific order I would destroy everything in.
landing.
I guess you do get to see a good future here if you get them all, but I don't know.
Hobby_horse said, "Oh boy, here we go, the hardest boss fight in Sonic history."
I also like how creepy the boss music is. Yeah, he was a little bit... But yeah, I like how creepy the Sonic CD boss music is in the American soundtrack.
Random said, "I hate the English boss music."
Oh, it's great. It's spooky and weird. Wait, wasn't Amy supposed to be in one of those levels?
It's like 2 degrees too much for what is actually happening.
I guess because I was in the future, it didn't really, or in the past.
Random.
She didn't appear.
I think it'd fit if you fought Eggman in the bad futures, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I guess one thing we could do is go check out the museum real quick. That's kind of like a way to close out the stream.
W said, "What if in the future version they added modern Amy as a gag?"
That'd be fun.
Said, "God, this stage is so 90s."
Oh, it's great.
Said, "Did we ever get a reason for why they rated us for American?" Another blob said, palm tree panic one present at Amy on the floor area next to where the robot generator is. Yes.
Right. They redid the soundtrack because they didn't think Americans would respond well to the... I think this is supposed to be like house music in Japan, is what Naoto Oshima said. And they just didn't think Americans would be receptive to that, so they replaced it with something more contemporary. Like I said, this is just the sound of the 90s to me in America. You know, this kind of ambient, soft rock. A lot of Sega CD games sounded like this back in the day.
Land Shark Rar said, yeah, I would assume they wanted to make it appeal better to the layman of America.
Okay, I think I just heard the door open. I should probably wrap up here.
Said,
LMAO, the praying mantis enemies still hit me even though I know that they're there.
Really?
Setsune W said, Americans could get weird about Japanese products back then. Fat Scout said,
Yeah, but it's not like New Jack Swing wasn't a thing in America.
Yeah, but you have to consider Sega as a business, so they're looking at this from a business standpoint. And business sucks, and is very like that.
King of _ bunnies said,
It's why we got a bad replacement soundtrack to DBZ.
Right. And, oh man, I like Bruce Falconer's stuff. Like, I used to have those soundtracks downloaded.
Land Shark Rar said, broader appeal means more buys to justify that extra music budget.
Mm-hmm. I think it's up here, right? Or am I crazy? No.
Land Shark Rar said, IDK it maybe worked, but you can't really compare to an alternate existence where they didn't. Fat Scout
Okay, well,
said,
Yeah, but I mean Poison, the song that one dance in Scrubs that Appa took for Fortnite was an American hit made by an American.
so we're gonna wrap up here real quick. By looking at the museum real quick, because I can hear people are home, so I'm just gonna go through this real quick. It's nice somebody pointed this out to me. They just have all of Sonic Mania Adventures in here.
Random said, good stream Blaze.
Oh, what is my B button?
Fat Scout said,
That's
And
my
that's
B
what half the
button.
Japanese Sonic CD's soundtrack sounds like.
Land Shark Rar said, yay. Random said, an entire 1% of the museum.
Well, that's just because now it's at 5% because I came in here. It's nice that they have higher resolution scans
Chicken dinner.
of the manuals now. I noticed this last night. Was it this? This is the Y button, right? But they didn't just reuse the Sonic Jam versions that were, you know, they were fine scans, but they were kind of low resolution. Now they're actually like, you know, proper high resolution scans, or as high resolution as they need to be. What was I looking for? Now, can I, like, choose to unlock these?
Fat Scout said,
If they had made it sound like, I don't know, deeply J-poppy J-P-O-P, I get why they'd want to replace it, but that wasn't really Sonic CD's vibe.
Random said, are you up to it?
I loved that tagline, by the way, are you up to it? When I was a wee little child, I used to scribble that on all my Sonic doodles in class.
King of _ bunnies said,
You can only buy stuff in the premium collection.
Oh,
another
okay.
blob said, premium collection lets you unlock stuff with coins, I think. Another blob
That's pretty cool.
said,
That one on the right.
sorry.
Yeah, so... looks like all I really have to do is look at the premium collection. No, go back. What? Kind of got lost here. Where am I going? This is what I wanted to look at. Zoom in, please. This says this is like an IDW Sonic thing, and I don't remember this. I don't know what this is for. Cover art used in the IDW publishing comic series Sonic the Hedgehog. Where?
Said, I think it as the recent special.
Must be. I am behind on the IDW Sonic comics by like a couple issues. Yeah, okay, so this is all stuff you
King
can
of
buy.
underscore bunnies. Said,
Convention exclusive cover for the 30th anniversary one-shot.
So let's unlock some stuff, how about?
Fat Scout. Said,
Does this have a bunch of IDW issues in it like Mega Collection had a bunch of Archie issues?
Sadly, I don't think so. I think it just has a couple of covers. Yes, I would like to unlock this. I don't remember... Is this what Naoto Oshima was showing in that one thing? Because I don't remember this. I don't think I've ever seen this before. It's kind of Ed 209 looking robots. And it just says egg. That's cute. That's a big fan if you think about it down there. Where it shows like the loop-de-loop. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see what my hands are doing, but I don't think you can see my mouse either.
Shark Rar. Said, oh, I love level design Doodle Sonic. Hobby underscore horse. Said, egg. Setsune.
Okay, Sonic 3 Knuckles.
There's the
Right.
rival.
Whoops. So this would be like Flying Battery. I guess that's supposed to be like the intro to Ice Cap Zone down there? Because it was widely thought, well, not widely thought, I mean, it was basically confirmed that Flying Battery would lead into Ice Cap Zone. So I guess like the idea was that a piece of the wreckage would come off and you'd crash into the mountain? Or like a thing? I don't know. That's interesting. What else we got? We'll look at this. Whoops. For those of you in the Discord, you'll know I was talking about this artwork kind of recently. Because I need to reference this artwork in an upcoming video. So I made my own high-def, high-resolution version. And I joked that they'd probably include the original version here. And here it is. My version's still pretty good, though.
Said, and they just tweeted it out.
Yep.
Land Shark Rar. Said, that's good art.
Yeah, it is good art. This was from back when... It was before Sonic the Hedgehog was even in the game. And I think this is related to the original pitch,
Said,
which was a game
to bring this design back someday.
called Wonder Dream, where you apparently played as these twin brothers who went through a dreamland and fought this monster called Nightmare 13. So that's why he's in pajamas. Because it was supposed to be a game about dreams. I guess these are early... Oh! An idea sketch for Sonic's rival character. This became the prototype for Knuckles. Wow.
Said, are there multiple pictures in that batch?
There might be. I think it just looked like sketches, maybe. So this was the original pitch for Knuckles, huh? He had a shovel. And goggles. That's really fun.
Setsune W. Said, Wolverine claws.
Well, like you can tell, again, I'm gesturing with my mouse and you can't see the mouse cursor.
Shark Rar. Said, this is a cool guy.
But like it shows his hands inside the
I
gloves.
love that this is just on normal notebook paper.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Said, the rival is very cute.
Yeah, no, it's just
Land Shark Rar.
sketches.
Said, I can see this being friends with Sonic, but only after a couple fights.
And these are like the manga characters, right? Yeah. This was the Shogakukan Sonic manga. That's Nikki, who turns into Sonic like he was Superman. Like, that is supposed to be like the Clark Kent version of Sonic there, the one with the glasses. That's his mom and his dad. Amy Rose. I don't know who the other people are. I think that's his little sister in yellow. But I don't know who this bear or this monkey guy are. I've never seen them before. Well, I'm sure, like, if you're familiar with the comics, you might know who those people are, but I've never seen them. And then this is the one, like, I saw everybody freaking out about earlier.
Friends.
Because this is like, again, this is supposed to be like the Sonic the Hedgehog family. I think these might also be manga characters, but like it's just really wild looking at like this total Sonic OC here in the cowboy boots, Vector and some kind of Chef Echidna and that raccoon guy, Sharps the chicken. Almost looks like Bark there in the background.
Said, Vector as a boxer is a fun idea.
It is, yeah.
Random. Said, I feel like there's a misstep to not have like a little explanation next to all these things. Fat Scout. Said,
Is that supposed to be Sonic?
Random. Said, to give context to what actually these are. Setsune W. Said,
Turns out we were the ones stealing their original character all along.
Fat Scout. Said,
Was Sonic ever a cowboy at some point in development?
Land Shark Rar. Said, yeah, this is like if you had a Sonic cartoon and Sonic found out there was a cartoon made about him, but everything is like a weird knockoff. Land Shark Rar. Said, this Sonic is a DBZ type outfit.
Okay, so I don't think this is Sonic. I mean, I don't know, but I think it's just supposed to be like another character in that world, like I said, the comics. But it's weird. You can actually see he has like a pistol in his holster.
Said, it's Shadow.
He's got the little tuft of hair like so many OCs have. That's pretty wild to me.
Land Shark Rar.
It'd be nice if they at least gave like a year for this stuff.
In the Akira Toriyama store.
They really did. Like, this is supposed to be...
Said, upturned quills, a gun.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles character idea. Whoops. Because it says character idea, but then you get this guy with the hair again.
Shark Rar. Said, Sonic having a brother with a gun is fun, but you know that is Shadow.
And like, I wish they would have provided English text for any of this. Like, I'm sure there's translations out there now. Like, if I go digging in a thread on Sonic Retro, it probably says what all this is meant to be, but like, what does any of this say? I guess that's supposed to be Knuckles there on the right?
Said, oh, it says rival.
Right, well, yeah.
Fat Scout. Said,
Is that also supposed to be a Knuckles concept?
I guess so.
Land Shark Rar. Said, I love watching subtitled anime and important text doesn't get translated. Fat Scout. Said,
That's my guess.
Setsune W. Said,
Pointing at Tails.
King of underscore bunnies. Said,
The kanan that reads rival.
Okay, so these are like shield concepts. So you can see it was like fireball shield, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Bubble shield, a donut shield, an ice shield, lightning shield.
W. Said,
Mirror on the second row right.
Land Shark Rar. Said, good Sonics on this page.
Like a
Fat
gem
Cat
shield,
said,
bomb
Are
shield.
those Puyos?
I don't think those are Puyos. I think those are supposed to be like Orbinauts without the spikes on them. And we don't need to see character details. We know what all of these are. Except for this one. No, I know what that one is. This is weird.
Setsune W. Said,
Magnet Shield might be the donut one, if I'm looking at the right one.
I feel like this has to be pretty modern. I feel like this has to be from like Sonic Generations or something. Because there wasn't ever like official classic supersonic art for like a long time. Like, it was a very rare thing to see. And this looks pretty modern to me. Like, this definitely looks like the Generations version of classic Sonic. This looks like Yuji Uekawa artwork.
Random said, it does look very modern. Land Shark Rar said, yeah, def looks modern.
This weird British version of Knuckles.
Setsune W said, no neck for one thing.
Was this? This is of the era. Okay. Thought maybe this was like more modern, but this is old.
Surprise me if they lost a lot of the relevant docs for these.
Setsune W said, half joking. Fat Scout said,
So they're just putting them up without much context.
Yeah, and these are just basically the Sonic Jam illustrations, but again, high resolution. Look at that.
yeah, that supersonic art does look like DVD Art Assets 2009 stuff.
Yeah.
There's some stuff I thought was from DVD Art Assets was also in Sonic Jam, so I might be wrong. Random said,
okay.
You can really tell the older ones because of the line art quality.
Yep. I'm not going to zoom in on those. It looks to me like, whoa, look at that one. That is a good Eggman there on the right. Look at that guy.
Setsune W said, keep in mind you're using up your special stage retries.
Oh, I know. Trust me. It's not that big of a deal.
What was the context of that Sonic Man of the Year that DMS did that was on Sonic Jam?
I heard it was a pitch for a cartoon that never got off the ground.
Said,
or whoever the Tiny Toons peeps were.
Yeah, no, it was TMS. I heard it was a pitch, like a pilot for a TV series that never got off the ground, but that's never been confirmed. Like, don't quote me on that. That's just something I heard years and years and years ago. I don't know if it's true or not. And these they got from Eguchi, I believe, if I'm saying that right. He was showing these off on Twitter like 5 or 6 years ago. This was part of the Toei like style guide for Sonic CD. Dang it. And it's weird the way they draw Sonic's quills. Like, they only give him 2 top quills on a lot of these like front head-on shots like this. Or even just these side shots. I mean, look at that. Sonic is pretty notable for having 3 quills on the side of his head, and all these he only has 2.
Setsune W said, there's the tiny neck.
Yep. Notably, they do not include the illustration where Sonic is smoking a cigarette.
Said,
Unless they do.
I'm wondering if that was before or after the Dick shows and the OVA, which was also a pilot that didn't go anywhere. IRC.
Land Shark Rar said, Sonic was a weird one to draw at different angles at the time.
Like, here, you can tell, this is like the updated artwork, where they're giving him the proper number of spikes on his head, instead of just 2. He has 3 now. Yeah, no artwork of Sonic smoking a cigarette. That's fine. I don't mind that. Well, I'm going to stop using up all my coins, and I can hear little boys yelling in the living room, so I'm going to go. Hang on a sec.
Fat Scout said,
maybe they just lost the 2 quill version.
Ah. Anyway, thank you all for coming out to the stream. I don't know how long I've been streaming. It's probably been like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Yeah, 2.5. I will probably stream more Sonic Origins eventually, and boy, that is a really long song title. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later tonight. Oh, yeah. Because these kids do eventually go to bed. And I don't think I'm very loud when I talk, so I don't think anybody here would mind if I started up a stream in, like, we'll say 5 hours, maybe? We'll see. We'll see how I feel in 5 hours. Keep it tuned to my Twitter and Tumblr and
Fat Scout.
Subscribe, follow me on Twitch.
Smoke screen, thanks.
Maybe we'll continue on Sonic CD tonight. Or maybe it'll be tomorrow. There's only one way to find out. It's to just stick around and follow me and whatever else. I don't know. But I'm gonna go. Thank you for the stream.
W.
Have a nice night.
Blaze a 10 out of 10.
Thank you. Also, I need to open my door so that I stop. I'm covered in sweat. This is nasty. So, have a good night.
Hobby_horse said, have a good rest of your day.